Going on, Jerome's made it to a Friday, and I'm feeling good. I understand that we're supposed to be crying in the breast milk and freaking out that the Vikings are 0-2, but the Vikings have been kicking their own ass. That's right. They're 0-2, whatever. You are what your record says you are. Hey, if that's true, then you should feel the same about the Vikings as you do the crooked Chicago Bears right now. But, of course, we know that's not the truth. But I do believe that the Vikings will get on track Sunday, historic U.S. Bank Stadium, because it's noon. Even though Kirk Cousins has been balling out, man. That's right. 0-2 Chargers coming in, and they got to try and save their season as well. Frankly, I think their head coach Brandon Staley could get fired. You fired. It's going to be good times, man. But here are 10 DACE keys for the Vikings to get a victory on Sunday. It's coming, man. It's coming. First up, don't turn the ball over. I mean, that should actually, hold on. There we go. 1 through 10. Don't turn the GD ball over. 7 turnovers in 2 games, -3 in both. You're not going to win. And the fact that the Vikings were even in both games at the end is really a testament to the quality and caliber and character of this football team. They should have beat the Bucs at home. Frankly, they should have beat the Eagles on the road. I mean, I understand that the dams broke at the start of the second half, but the way the Vikings came back despite themselves, I mean, the Vikings were the better team on Thursday night. Don't care. Do not care at all. So take care of the football. And also, I like that people blame Kirk for 3 fumbles. I mean, which fumble was his fault? You know, the one where Winfield Jr. was a free rusher, the one where Ed Ingram knocked it out of his freaking hands, or the one where Josh Sweat came from the blind side? You know, which one? Name one. Anyways, next up, key number 2, protect Kirko. Is it Reisner time? Now, Kevin O'Connell and Reisner have been playing it very close to the chest. It was like, oh, he's got a lot to learn, blah, 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 blah. You did not pay Dalton Reisner $4 million to sit his ass on the bench. This is very akin to when Hockenson was acquired at the trade deadline. Everyone was wondering what's going to happen with Hockenson week 9 against the Commies. Then he played 60 of 66 offensive snaps and had 9 catches for like 70 yards, and it was good to go, man. So I think Reisner gets in. I think that he starts, and I think that the Vikings do a decent job of protecting Kirk Cousins on a Sunday. Even though the Chargers, they still got Khalil Mack. He still got a little bit of game to him. The Tuli Tuipulotu from USC is an absolute stud, as well as it's noteworthy that Joey Bosa only played 19 snaps against the Tennessee Titans last week in their loss in overtime, but he still got 2 sacks because he's still freaking Joey Bosa. And it's noteworthy because we'll see what happens with the Friday practice reports and the designations come out, but he was limited on Wednesday, DNP on Thursday. It's always a bad sign when they're downgraded. So, I mean, Vikings could catch a break in that spot. You know, Kendricks probably isn't going to play either, so see what happens there. Either way, the offensive line probably getting Darisaw back, maybe getting Bradbury back, but even if Schlutman's in, give Kirk some protection and go from there. Next up, key number 3, run the damn ball. All right, so health along the offensive line, potentially Reisner being inserted to the lineup will certainly help, and I mean, it's easy to scapegoat Madison because he got the contract, and the Vikings released Dalvin to run with Madison and Akers trade. Also, here's the thing: if Akers doesn't run for over 500 yards, the draft pick swap is off. So the Vikings basically got Cam Akers for free, and I understand people are going to criticize Cam Akers. Oh, he turfs the ball. He only has 5 career fumbles, or this or that or the other thing, but he's very good in outside zone. He's got more burst than most of the running backs right now, except for outside Ty Chandler. And he does have 3-down capability, a solid pass protector. I mean, what more do you want? And it made 0 impact on the salary cap situation, so to speak. So the Vikings are dead last in the NFL with only 69. Not nice rushing yards, 2.7 yards per carry, and a lot of it is on the offensive line. I mean, the running backs are getting contacted in the backfield, and it's bad all the way around. But getting a rhythm at home, keeping play action honest, slowing down that pass rush, as well as keeping the defense on the sideline and rested, is going to be a recipe for success for the Vikings. And I don't care whether it's Madison, whether it's Akers, whether it's Chandler, whether it's Gaskin. I don't care. Next up, number 4. Career day for JJ. Addison, 3 for 3. So Jordan Addison, 2 for 2 so far in terms of touchdown catches in his the beginning of his illustrious NFL career. And also, I mean, the Chargers defense is probably going to be overloading on Justin friggin' Jefferson, so Addison could have a field day. I think KJ could get off the schneid as well. But remember, this Chargers defense gave up 215 yards against to Tyreek Hill week 1 against the Dolphins. And also, the Chargers are dead last in the NFL in passing yards allowed. So I think that the Vikings could be feast time. Could be feast. Like JJ 300. Oh, that'd be pretty damn sweet. That'd be really damn sweet, man. Next up, number 5. Hockenson shows up and shows out on Rudy Day. Now, Kyle Rudolph, respect, is going to get honored during the game against the Chargers, retiring a Viking and that whole thing. So it's beautiful to see. And Hockenson, I think, is going to tip of the cap, a little bit of homage. I mean, he's second on the team in targets right now with 17. He's got 15 catches, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns so far. He's doing pretty damn good for your fantasy team. And again, this Chargers defense, I mean, they're probably going to be bracketing JJ, and also Derwin James is probably going to be a little bit over the top on his side, maybe Gilman over there as well. So I actually do think that a lot of attention is going to be on 18. So Addison could feast, Osborne could be good to go, and also TJ could be going as well. Plus, Kenneth Murray, who I like a lot, coming out of Oklahoma. Coverage in the middle ain't his strong suit, and also Kendricks. I mean, even if Kendricks is playing, he's not that same guy. He isn't, and maybe rookie Dan Henley gets in. So I think that Hockenson in the middle of the field has a chance to really do some damage against the Chargers. Next up, number 6, shore up the run. So 259 yards on the ground against Philly is absolutely unacceptable. So this defensive line needs to get their head out of their ass, and hopefully Jaquelin Roy will be active. Would love to see him along the D-line up front, but everyone needs to maintain gap discipline and contain and keep funneling the running back in, and it's rough. It's rough out there. But the Chargers are probably going to be without Austin Eckler for the second straight week. Eckler is one of the better running backs in the game. Josh Kelly filled in for him last week. He had 13 carries for 39 yards against the Titans. So I think the Vikings have a chance to really make the Chargers one-dimensional, especially if the Vikings get up on the scoreboard and then get after that ass. Get after that ass. Next up, key number 7. Yes, we after that ass, Herbert. That's right. When under pressure, Justin Herbert's quarterback rating last year drops 32.7 points. And also, he will serve up a meatball. He can get flustered when facing pressure. So I think that the Vikings have a chance to get their mitts on a Herbert ball or two. Maybe a little strip sack situation going on. Daniil, the real deal hunter, gonna take out the alleged 2020 Diet Pepsi Offensive Rookie of the Year when stolen from Justin Jefferson. Like, look at Herbert. Like, he knows that he's a fraud, even though he's one of the highest paid players in NFL history. No big deal. But I think the Vikings pass rush, Flores is going to bring heat. He's blitzing on over half of the downs right now. And even though Davenport's probably not going to play, I think Daniil will get loose. Pace, who we'll get to, is going to get some. And, I mean, we're waiting for a Harrison sack. I got to feel one coming. Next up, number 8. Contact Keenan, body Mike Williams. That is the name of the game. So the Vikings, they got to play physical press. They got to get all up in the receivers, and can't let them get a free release off the line of scrimmage. And I do think that Keenan Allen, I mean, Keenan kind of found the fountain of youth last week. He had 8 catches for a $111 and 2 touchdowns on 10 targets. Mike Williams, all 6'4", 6'5" of them, power forward out there, the pride of Clemson, 8 for 83 on 13. And it's going to be a tough test for the Vikings secondary, except I think they're up for the challenge. Keenan Allen still primarily plays most of his downs from the slot, so Murphy's probably going to be trailing him in there. Then Mike Williams is going to draw a Caleb Evans. You got 6'5" versus 6'2". I mean, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Also, we got to attack the hell out of Trey Pipkins, the pride of Apple Valley. Like, I understand Sioux Falls represent, but we're going to make it tough. We're going to make it tough on you. Also, JEROME, yeah. Loved him in the draft coming out of Georgia, man. It's a good time. Zion Johnson getting a ZJ from Boston College. Sean Slater is a dog. Man. I mean, the Chargers have the makings of a good offensive line, except they don't. It's one of those spots, man. Next up, number 9. Let Pace Picante Sauce loose. That's right. We're highest graded rookie off-ball linebacker. They need to let him rush more. Like, although we don't have to tell Brian Flores, oh, hey, you should let this super talented dude who's Micah Parsons reborn rush more. Right now, he's got a 26.7% pressure rate. He's got half a sack. He needs to add more to that. The Bearcat had 9.5 last year in Cincy, and I think that's going to be the next dimension of his game where, I mean, he's solid in pursuit. He's got great football skills, and he's very rangy, but just getting after the quarterback's ass in creative ways on delayed blitz. I mean, have him do the Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons thing where you do the basketball move right over the center and then go get some. It's awesome, man. Also, Pace Picante sauce is spicy for most Minnesotans. There you go. Lastly, number 10. One big special teams play. Now, we bring this up every week, but we just need one. Also, Chargers special teams coordinator Ryan Ficken, old friend, that's right. But I'm thinking, well, first off, Greg Joseph doesn't suck. Ryan Wright is still the right stuff. Or, the price is right? Someone suggests that in the comments. And then I'm feeling like a Josh Metellus carry on my J-word son block punt. That's their specialty. Or a Najee muffed fumble recovery. Would love to see that. Would love to see that, man. Final score prediction. Bold. Final score prediction. This is going to be a fun game. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. I think that if you're into fantasy, this is going to be a good one. I think that the over is going to hit very easily. Right now, the Vikings are either a pick 'em or a 1-point dog, and you should take all of that. I think the Vikings get off the schneid. I think they have another impressive win. I think Kirk continues his MVP-adjacent campaign. I think Addison gets a touchdown. I think TJ and KJ have a nice game, but I think that the running game gets going. Plus, I think Jefferson goes off. Like, I think JJ puts up a 200-yard game against the Chargers. Give me Vikings 38, Chargers 25. And Chargers 25 is mainly from late game garbage time as they're trying to come on back. There you go. But that's it. That's it. 10 keys for the Vikings to get a win over the Chargers on Sunday. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.